Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I am at a car boot fair with my mum.
Hi.
So we're up really early, and although it's probably no earlier than when I would normally get up for work, I feel really tired because it's a Sunday morning. But the sky is blue, the sun is out, so we're gonna have a look and see what we can find. Not really looking for anything in particular other than maybe some summer clothes, because I just haven't found any that I like recently. So fingers crossed I find some of those. Let's go. Right, I've had a look around all of the stalls, and there was one thing that I didn't get at the time and I wish I had, and it's this really cute little cottagecore, what do you call it? It's a little quilt, a quilted blanket basically. It's £4.50, excuse me, it's £4.50, and that's really reasonable, but because it's a car boot I was like, that's a bit too much. But if it was in a charity shop I would have snapped it up. So now I have the challenge of trying to find it again amid hundreds of cars. So let's go see if we can find it. I just checked and I missed it, so the lesson is if you see it, you need to get it straight away. Go on then, Mum, tell us what everything was.
So my purchases, 20p a book, so I picked up 5 murder type things.
Murder type things. The cat looks particularly sinister. Cool, okay.
I got a tray of Cosmos for £1.
Awesome.
3 flower pots for £1.
Oh, they're a decent size.
Absolutely, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plant saucers for £1.
You've been after those for absolutely ages, so that's proper. It's fun. It's funny, isn't it? It's not exciting, but to us it's a really big deal because you've been after them for ages. Yeah. So that's really good.
And then 50p each. The Thomas is to help my grandson, so we can play games.
Lovely.
And the hoop was 50p, again for my grandson.
Oh, well, you're gonna have to have a go with it though, aren't you? That's really good. Right, I'm just gonna that's my stuff there. I'm gonna get that out of the bags and then I'll show you. So this is what I got. I got a little orange vest top originally from Warehouse for £2. Obviously I'm gonna wash and iron it when I get it home because it's super creased. Then I got over here, I got this green 100% linen skirt from Pret-a-Porter, and this was £1. It looks quite tiny on the waist, but it does say it's my size, so I'm going to give it a go when I get home. It's really, well, once I've washed and dried it. Then over here, I've got an Abercrombie & Fitch shirt. It's a men's and it's a small, but it's flannel and it's super soft. I love this kind of shirt because we go camping periodically and it's nice just to have a really warm layer underneath the jumper. And then finally, and that was 50p. And finally I got these curtains. So I love that print, kind of very vintage floral print. They were £2 and I'm going to use the fabric for an undecided project. So yeah, very happy with my haul. Hey, so it's a few days later and we're back home now, and I told you a fib. I didn't iron this. I washed it and I hung it up, and I expected I wouldn't need to iron it, Turns out I did, because it's pretty creased still. Maybe that's why they got rid of it. So as I said, this top is from Warehouse originally, and it's a lovely orange. I do so like orange. It's got really pretty print on, lots of little flowers with yellows and pale blue and a little bit of pink on there, a kind of salmon pink as well. So I thought, although these are quite autumnal colours, obviously with it being a little vest top, it's going to be nice for summer. It is a size smaller than I normally wear, so, you know, taking a bit of a gamble, but it was £2 and I thought it's really pretty, so I'm going to give it a go. I did also think, because it's buttoned all the way up, I thought that if it doesn't fit as it is, potentially I could undo a button and then throw it over the top of a cream blouse. I do like doing that. It's just a versatile way to wear tops over the top of other tops. That's a sentence with 3 tops in. It's very light material, it's 100% viscose or viscose. I never quite know how to pronounce that. I don't think it matters. But anyway, yeah, I'm pleased with this. I think it's a nice little top, and as I say, it's kind of versatile. I can wear it just as a vest top when it's really, really warm, throw a blazer over the top of it, or put it over the top of a blouse. So we'll see how that goes. The next item I'm going to talk through, it was also £2, and actually there's 2 of them. So this is a really quite old-fashioned print. I think we had curtains similar to this in the 90s, the early 90s as well. I was really attracted to these curtains because they're £2 for the pair, and there is a lot of fabric here. So we've got the lining fabric, which is really stiff, and I'm not sure what I'll do with that, if anything, just yet. That's going to go in my stash. But then the actual curtain fabric with all the print, it's beautiful. It's quite thin, but it's completely opaque. It's not transparent at all, which is good. And I thought I would try my hand at making some clothes. So I've done a small amount of sewing before. It generally amounts to very basic shorts or curtains where you just just fold over the hem and then sew it, and then you've got a tube to put rods through. So very basic, but you know, you've got to start somewhere, and I thought with fabric like that, I really like it. So if what I make turns out brilliant, and it will, of course, then great. And if it doesn't, then it's not the end of the world because I only spent £2 on it. So it's a safe way to try some experimentation and try my hand at sewing. So I've been spending time on Pinterest, and I've been having a look at things I can try. My brain is like, go big or go home, even though I've got quite basic sewing experience. So I've been looking at all these different dresses, not even patterns, mind, just dresses, trying to eyeball how they would have created them. So I feel like I'm setting myself up either for disaster or glory, and I know which one I hope it will be, and I know which one I think it might be, but you know, if you don't try, you never know. So I'm gonna have to rein it in a little bit and try something slightly more basic. I will film whatever I sew. So at some point you will get to see my triumph or my... It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine, and it's gonna look lovely. So anyway, I've really hyped it up. It's probably gonna turn out absolutely fine, and you'll all think I was just hamming it up. But so my curtains were £2, very happy with those. Not going to be used as curtains, going to be cut up. Hope no one is offended by that, but I just want to. Right, next up is another piece of clothing. This was 50p. So I showed you at the time, it's a men's small, Abercrombie & Fitch. It says muscle on it. I have no muscles, but it still seems to fit me fine. So it's, well, now I've washed it, it's not quite as soft as it was. The fabric's slightly stiff, so maybe I need to use some fabric softener, which I didn't use. Yeah. Oh well. I really like the print, and I have a shirt let me rephrase that. I thrifted a shirt very similar to this, probably a year, 18 months ago. Gave it to my son. It fits him perfectly. And I want one, so I've got one. It's a really lovely fabric. But as I said, I find those shirts really, really good, because when we do go camping, I like to have a flannel shirt on underneath my massive jumpers. It just keeps me nice and warm. This last piece is from Pret-a-Porter, and it's my size, so I'm hoping it'll fit, although the waist does look pretty small. It's 100% linen skirt, and it's lined. The pockets are interesting. They're sewn up, but just by the line of stitches I can see there's lining inside, so I can't quite figure out if they're meant to be sewn up or whether it's that 1 or 2 stitches that you can just pop open. I'm not going to do that just because I don't want to rip the fabric. I'm too forceful. Anyway, buttons 3/4 of the way down, and an absolutely gorgeous olive green colour. I really like this. Now, if you watched some of my previous, or early videos actually, I've thrifted linen before, and I didn't get on with it because it creases so much, and I hate ironing. So I tend to buy clothes that I can just hang up and the creases fall out, and voila, no work needed from me, which is all good. But in this haul of 4 things, 2 of the things I've bought I think are going to crease like a brah. So, and I think a linen skirt, especially a kind of midi length, I think that's going to be really cool and flattering, hopefully, for summer. And my green skirt was £1 as well, so £1 for a linen skirt, that's so good. So these 2 for summer, this one for winter/autumn, and this one for who knows, because it's a pair of curtains. Car boot sale was really awesome. It was really, really big. All the cars were right in the middle of a big field, and they had portaloos all the way around the outside, so if you were caught short, you had somewhere to go. Oh. There's some really good facilities as well, so there was an ice cream truck there, one of those big inflatable slides, hot dog van as well, which I've never eaten at but always smells amazing. I love the smell of cooked onions. Oh, lovely. Always makes my tummy rumble as well, because when we get up to go there, it's early on a Sunday morning, so we get up early. I don't have breakfast before we go because I'm not hungry when we first get up. By the time we get there, I'm ravenous, and the smell of cooked food always, it always just gets me. I mentioned this briefly when I was actually there, but I saw this really beautiful quilted blanket. It was maybe half the size of a single bed. And it was really pretty, really cottagecore. It was white, it had tiny little pink flowers on one part, blue flowers on another. It was so pretty, and the lady was asking £4.50 for it. Because it's a car boot sale, I just associate it with rock bottom prices. As you saw in the clip, DVDs were going for 10p each. So that was where my mind was at. And I walked away, I was like, oh no thanks, I'll have a think about it. I walked away, and then I thought, if it was in a charity shop for £4.50, I would have snapped it up. So we went back, and it had already sold. But it's okay. I also kind of think that if I had adored it, I would have bought it right there on the spot, £4.50 or not. So I'm not beating myself up about that. But it has made me think I would really like a quilted blanket, so I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Anyway, that is my car boot sale experience and my little haul as well. As always, comment below, let me know what item was your favourite and why. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! So, as I said, it's from... I got cramp on my foot. There were absolutely loads of claws. Oh, loads of claws.